Audio Jungle.
Man who escaped custody while at court in St. Mary charged. The man who escaped custody while at court and injured a policeman in St. Mary last month has been charged for his capture on Tuesday. 31-year-old Ocean Scott, otherwise called Chin Chin, a laborer of Manchester Lane in Portmore, is charged with escaping custody and assault occasioning actual bodily harm. Scott fled custody on Friday, November 29, at the Portmore courthouse, where he was expected to appear before the circuit court on charges of attempted rape, assault at common law, and unlawful wounding. Reports from the Portmore police are that about 9:05 a.m., Scott requested to use the bathroom. While returning, Scott allegedly physically assaulted the policewoman and then escaped. The policewoman was thereafter transported to hospital, where she was treated for her injuries. A manhunt was launched to apprehend him. On Tuesday night, Scott was picked up while walking along the Warner Street. He was relentlessly pursued by St. Mary Operation Support Team, which resulted in his capture on Christmas Eve. The JCF remains steadfast in its commitment to public safety and the enforcement of law. Commanding officer in charge of St. Mary Police Division, Acting Superintendent Anthony Wallace told reporters. Suspect reportedly confesses to killing journalist Barbara Gale. Reporters have been informed that Travis Ellis, the man charged for the murder of retiree journalist Barbara Gale, has confessed to the killing. Ellis reportedly confessed to the crime while giving a caution statement to detectives of the Criminal Investigations Branch on Tuesday. Reporters were informed that he told investigators he killed the veteran journalist for her GLA 180 Mercedes-Benz motor vehicle that had been parked in her yard at the Caymanas Country Club estate housing scheme in St. Catherine. He said he had planned to sell the vehicle. Ellis was then charged with murder and robbery with aggravation. He is scheduled to appear before the St. Catherine Parish Court next week. Miss Gale was found dead at her residence on December 17. Her body had multiple stab wounds. Her motor vehicle, which was stolen by the killer, was found a day later in bushes along the Dyke Road in Portmore, St. Catherine. Ellis was arrested by the police while hiding in bushes in Grange Lane, St. Catherine last week. An autopsy on Miss Gale's body is reportedly scheduled for next week. Police probe Christmas Day deaths. Police are investigating two Christmas Day deaths, including a drowning. The Clarendon police are looking into the discovery of a partially burnt body in Savannah District in the parish. Dead is 59-year-old Walter Tomlinson, a truck driver from the area. Reports were that about 8 a.m. Wednesday, Tomlinson, who would have moved his truck at a particular time on a regular day, was not seen carrying out his regular duty. Close residents of the community became concerned and went to check on him. Tomlinson was found lying on the floor with a section of his body burned. The police were summoned and the body was transported to hospital, where it was pronounced dead. Further east, investigators assigned to the St. Thomas Division are probing the circumstances that led to the suspected drowning of an elderly man at Grandpa Falls, Trinityville in the parish. Dead is 83-year-old Alfred McDuffus of Coley Lot in the area. Reports are that about 1:30 p.m., McDuffus was swimming in the river when he encountered difficulties. He was assisted to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Abandoned and Deceived, says production company in Hitmark against Sting 2024. Production company Clearson Production Services Group Limited has hit back at the organizers of Sting 2024, stating that it failed to pay over millions and suggested that it operated in a way that breached their contract. According to Clearson, Sting claimed to have made a bank transfer of $6.5 million, but from its own checks it appears that the sum was never paid. The company outlined that the parties had an agreement for Sting to pay $8 million for its services, which included audio and visuals, lighting, power generation, roofing system, and pyrotechnics. The sum was to be paid by December 22nd. Despite assurances and word-of-mouth promises, a total of only $1 million was received from Isaiah Leng, head of the Supreme Promotions Limited, organizer of Sting 2024, which was paid in three parts on December 22nd and December 23, 2024. The remaining $7 million was promised by December 24, 2024, but has not been deposited into our designated account, stated Clearson. Our decision to mobilize without the full agreement payment, extending leniency based on our relationship with the promoter, contravenes our standard operating policies, it concluded. The company argued that it made every attempt to support the popular dancehall concert but had to walk away arising from non-payment and other issues. The company said it had to act in a way to protect its equipment given the security risk of being at a venue that lacks infrastructure. Critical vendors such as security personnel, fencing, lighting, and venue facility were absent from the site, posing significant risk to our operations. Our equipment was set up and we were poised to deliver an extraordinary event despite the chaotic circumstances of no parking light, inadequate security, and other glaring logistical challenges. It is regrettably that on the night of December 25, 2024, with our equipment fully in place, the promoters abandoned the facility without arranging for security. As a result, Clearstone had to secure our equipment at our own expense, demonstrating our unwavering commitment to the event despite these significant setbacks. Clearstone said in light of these unresolved financial issues and hazardous conditions, it issued a formal cease and desist order at all operations related to Sting 2024. Our decision was based on the necessity to ensure the safety and security of our team and equipment, which remains our top priority. Even so, the operations team had already completed 95% of the build. Our team and equipment remain on location until we receive communication of the cancellation from the promoter. This demonstrates our unwavering commitment to support the promoter even at the last minute. The company said this experience with Sting 2024 has left it feeling abandoned, unsupported, taunted, and deceived in our endeavors. Despite our efforts, including several days of documented conversations, the lack of confirmation of funds made it impossible to proceed with the event. JPS reminds customers to take actions that will conserve energy during the holiday season. As Jamaicans embrace the festive season, the Jamaica Public Service (JPS) is reminding its customers to take actions that will conserve energy. In particular, Media and Public Relations Manager Audrey Williams is urging customers to be mindful of the use of electric stoves. She also urged families to employ efficient ways of using refrigerators.
One of the things that people need to remember if it is they're trying to contain cost is how they use their electrical appliances. So the electric stove, which is really a big user of electricity, you should try and use that as efficiently as possible. Two things you can do. One, when you are cooking on your electric stove, you can turn it off before the meal has actually finished cooking because the heat that's going to be remaining will actually cook the meal. So if you turn it off a few minutes before, it will continue to cook it straight through to the end. And secondly, you can use your oven very efficiently in that you can put several items in your oven. So you can put your chicken, your ham, your rice and peas, your banana bread, all of those at one time in your oven, your sweet potato, all in your oven at one go, using the same amount of energy to cook multiple dishes. You might have a lot of traffic in and out of the fridge. That probably can't be helped because you have multiple items. But what you can do is plan. If you know you're going to do X meal, you take out everything one time that you need to do this meal instead of going in and out, making 6-7 trips just to do one meal. That's another efficient way that you can use your fridge. And you can get the family members to join in because sometimes it's just one or two members are very aware, but the rest of persons are not cooperating. Sometimes you don't see the results of the effort that you're putting out.
BOJ building to be closed today for emergency repairs. The Bank of Jamaica BOJ is advising that its North Soul Pole location in downtown Kingston will be closed today, December 27, to facilitate necessary emergency repairs to the building. The BOJ says it will activate its Essential Services Protocol to continue providing core services to the financial markets. In that regard, a separate notice will be sent to financial markets participants. The central bank says there will be no teller services offered to the public and there will be a postponement of the lunch hour concert. The resumption of normal operations is anticipated on Monday, December 30. The new date for the lunch hour concert will be announced shortly. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.